That is, you have got a plate here, where if the ends are broken, you have the remaining portion which can be tampered, which can be actually forged, and then used as a higher number of plate. That is, the second plate can be used as a 14th plate. The 14th plate can be used as a 18th plate. If at all that is not there, then the steel is so that it can be used for agricultural tools. Your wheat taker. It can be used for any other purpose because it's hard steel. So the value of the steel here is not a scrap value. It has got a component value, so it is called salvage value. Am I clear? If a component can be used for some other purpose, it has got a salvage value. If it cannot be used for any other purpose, and if it can be taken only as a scrap to be melted, then it becomes a scrap value. And one more example of salvage value is, suppose you have a truck. There is an engine. There is an accident. The entire body collapses. The gearbox and the transmission system fails, whereas the engine is all right. What can you do with the engine? You can make it as a prime mover, attach a generator, and see that it is being used as a generator. Here, the old engine which has been taken out, am I to be corrected? You have raised your hands. No. Okay. If the engine can be used for the purpose of generating power, augmenting power during power cuts by an attachment, it becomes a generator, so it has got a better value rather than the scrap value. Am I clear? You might have heard about extruders. Extruders are extruders where you put the plastic material in the top and it has got a helical screw which pushes down the material and it goes to the hot bath where it is being melted and taken out as a HTB film for further processing. If that is worn out, then a helical screw or a chromium plated shaft can be used for the main shaft of the pressing machine. Bundles are being made for which you keep the material to be pressed. You have a shaft with a helical screw arrangement with a wheel on the top. You move the wheel, it gets compressed. So the shaft has also got, the broken shaft of an extruder becomes the main part of the pressing machine. So these are all some of the examples where a broken or unused or whichever has got its own purpose can be used for some other purpose in a better way. Whereas the scrap value is, it can be melted. It can be used only as a material of construction for the purpose of regenerating some other product. It is to be melted, put it on some other machine, see that is being fabricated and goes for it. As on day, scrap value of various material are listed here. Value of scrap varies with material of construction. If it is steel, it could be 32 rupees per kg as on date. If it is aluminium, 170 to 175 per kg. And copper, it could be 750 to 760 per kg as per the prevailing rate of 2023. Chandrakant? Oh, okay, fine. So, we know what is the salvage value, what is the scrap value. We must also know what is the replacement value. Replacement value is the value of a machine or a component or whatever that may be to give the same function of the original machine for which you spend some money, that is a replacement value. If the value of machine which can be replaced, replacement value refers to the value of the machine determined on the basis of what it could cost usually at the current price level to replace the machinery or its services. Please underline, either to replace the machine or the services. It need not be to replace the same machine. The service is extracted, the same service is extracted from some other machine, and if the purpose is solved, then that value can be taken as a replacement value as on the day. For example, motors were, for example, 1000 HP motors were available earlier, which could be of this size, the table size earlier, in olden steel melting shops. Now, do you see such a big machine motor there? No. Because now the technology is improved, it has become compact, the required services are taken from a smaller unit, and if the same 1000 HP output is being taken away by the new machine, then that value is the replacement value. It need not be to exactly reproduce the same size of machine once again. Am I clear? Then, you have a value, you know that after some time it cannot be used, and we say that it is depreciated, and whatever the value of depreciation is called depreciable value. Very simply, you have a component, or let us say you have a pen at least, which is worth of about 100 rupees. After some time, after the usage is over, probably the body and the cap and the filling system might be okay, whereas the ink might have drained out. You can refill the ink or refill the refill and use a Parker pen as a Parker pen itself. So, the value at the final stage, between the value of the initial stage, there is a value which is called depreciable value. It alone can depreciate, and the whole component will not depreciate. Am I clear? Whole component will not depreciate. There is a residual value. You have a replacement value. Whatever the value in between is depreciable. That is called depreciable value. Then, we are coming to the next part of what is physical deterioration. Then we will go for obsolescence. Effective deterioration due to wear and tear. First thing, you have been using a machine, continuously using a machine. It is being operated continuously or shift-wise, whatever that may be. So there is a wear and tear. That wear and tear is the deterioration due to wear and tear. And of course, this area you should be knowing about it. If an area is with seashore, generally either on the civil side or on the mechanical side, the life is not same as it could be in the other regions. Do you agree with me? Because of corrosion, because of your effect of chemical, which is prevailing in the wind, which is prevailing in the atmosphere, that deteriorates, that eats away the material of construction, especially steel. So, if a motor can have an estimated life of 30 years in other parts of the country, it could be only about 10 years or even less than 10 in the seashore area. It's the effect of corrosion. Effect of deterioration due to aging. We have seen what is wear and tear first. Now it is aging. Every product has got an age. As life goes on, apart from wear and tear, the aging effect is also there. So due to aging, it may deteriorate. Very small difference is there between wear and tear and aging. And how do you calculate the depreciation? Depreciation is